Hi, I'm Jocelyn from Walter's World. Today we're going to talk about how to pack for kids for a trip abroad. This amount of stuff is what we're going to take for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or 6 weeks. It doesn't matter how long you're going. We're just going to take about the same amount of stuff. An important thing to keep in mind is that whatever you don't take with you, you can always buy there. With an exception. Typically, baby medicines are things that you can't get in Europe without doctor's prescriptions. So it's a good idea to go ahead and bring things like teething tablets, decongestants, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, and all of those things. Pack those with you. This is how I organize all of these things. This is all baby stuff. These are all cleaning things. This right here is your Tide, and that's what's going to get you all of this stuff for 6 weeks. If you have just a little bit, you can hand wash a lot of these things in the sink. I take Dawn so that I can wash baby bottles as we go. Downy wrinkle releasers, always a good thing. Freshens clothes. There's a little bit of Lysol, because you never know what you're going to stay in. You may think it's going to be great. It might be really filthy. Tide to go pens and Shet wipes. It keeps your clothes going a little bit longer. I always pack a first aid. First aid has saline for eyes or nose, Band-Aids, Neosporin, these great little Neosporin to go, which are pain relievers, and antibiotic sprays, all sorts of good stuff in here. I also take melatonin because a jet lag for children is really awful. Before you do any of that, though, check with your healthcare provider just in case. So we've got the clothes, and I always dress my kids in bright colored clothing so that I can spot them should I need to. I also make them match because they're young and they'll still do that. But at some point I'm sure they won't, but I'll still do the bright colors because I can spot them in a crowd should one of them wander off. And if they're wearing the same thing, I can always think, I'm only looking for bright orange today. I don't have to think much further than that. So we've got pajamas, 4 outfits with shorts and or jeans. Each kid gets a jacket, an extra long sleeve shirt just in case it's chilly, an extra pair of pants, and an extra pair of shorts. Swim trunks, even if you don't think you're going to the beach, you never know. 5 to 6 pairs of socks and underwear for the big one. The baby's in diapers, so I have 1 pack of diapers. If I can fit more in, I'll take more. The baby always gets a little bit extra because they're messy. So a couple long sleeves, a couple pairs of pants, and then a couple little onesie outfits, just to be on the safe side. Another thing that we always take is this, it's called a bubble bum. It's a portable car seat for our 5-year-old, and it rolls up, and it's inflatable, and it's also approved by both the EU and American Transportation Board, so it's good. Antibacterial wipes, because you can't always take the antibacterial hand sanitizer. I take throwaway bibs because they're light and easy and I don't have to worry about washing them. These are diaper changing things that you can just throw away. Instead of having your regular pad, you can toss those. And potty toppers. We take a lot of potty toppers because whether it's the kids or you, we have run into some disgusting bathrooms. So that's always helpful for anybody, whether you have kids or not. I always take some Infamil in the little packets because it's really easy. All you have to have is water. And it's really nice to have on the flight because you can just get an unchilled bottle of water and toss that in there. I also take little Pedialyte packets in case you have a sickness, some vomiting or diarrhea, but also if you're just somewhere that's really warm, kids can get dehydrated a little more quickly than we can. So this is the kids' stuff. It's all going into this 1 carry-on size suitcase. And I guess I can go ahead and show you how we're going to do that. The best way to pack for anyone, kids or not, is to take all of your clothes, fold them in half long ways, and roll them up as tight as you can. Fit them in little spots like this. And you can get twice as much stuff into a suitcase using this method as you can folding them. So this is how we do it. The tighter you roll things, the more you can fit them in. And you might think that this isn't very much to take for 2 to 6 weeks, but if you live by my mantra, the less I take, the more I can bring back, you'll be in good standing and you'll get to shop. While Mark's making all his videos, that's exactly what I'm doing. So always keep that in mind. You can always buy it and you'll have a lot of fun doing it. So I take little things like socks and underwear and I shove them in between all the little bits right there. Like there's a tiny little space there, so guess what? Roll up some tiny little underwear and shove them right in there, and it's really not taking up any more space. It's just making the best use of your space. Don't forget hats for the little ones, those little ball baby heads. Need some sunscreen, and this is the best kind. I also take a little bit of sunscreen. Sunscreen in Europe is extremely expensive for whatever reason, and getting the aerosol kind that I really love, probably about 20 to 25 euros. So I always take it with me. You can pack aerosols underneath most airlines. You need to check with your specific airline though to make sure it's okay. Okay, so my goal for this packing is to have about this much space for things that we want to bring back. So you can see this is just one row of clothes here. On the bottom I've got 2 rows deep, and then a third right there. So I'm going to try and get all of these things into these inner pockets. There go the changing pads, the throwaway bibs, wet ones, and the all-important potty toppers. I think I can probably squeeze all of this stuff in here. Okay, so I've taken all those consumables, the wet wipes and changing pads and the all-important potty toppers and those throwaway bibs, the Infamil, the Pedialyte, all of that is in here. This would be really great if you're carrying it on. Then you don't have to go through baggage claim and everything else afterward. You can just get right out of the airport after you go through customs. However, we're going to check these bags, so I am going to have a few of all of these things in my diaper bag and or my purse. So I don't have to worry too much about that. But I'm going to squeeze all of these tiny little things in here. And I'm going to take all the diapers and I'm going to lay them flat in these outer pockets. So I can probably get, I don't know, this is like 30 diapers here. I think I could probably, if I'm good, get all 30 of these diapers to fit in here. And mind you, I haven't expanded my bag and it's really empty, like half full. So I should be able to get that car seat in there and add that as well. Five more. Can we do it? Maybe. There we go. Good stuff. Pretty ready to go. This didn't quite fit in there, so I will squeeze it in there. I always try to pack the extra rows of things on the bottom because typically your bag is going to be standing up more than it's going to be laying down. And all of these things are in here. They're wedged in pretty tight, so I don't usually have the problem of all of it coming undone. And then we've got the car seat for our 5-year-old. And I don't know that it's going to stay tight, but I'll just slip that right in there. Put the extra thing of wipes. And really, you don't have to take too many wipes and things, because of course you can buy them there, but I like to kind of have at least a few days supply, or I don't know, that's 60. It might last a little longer than a few days. But But I like to have that just in case I'm not able to get to something right away. So there you go. There's 2 to 6 weeks in one carry-on size suitcase for a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I've got extra space left over for all sorts of goodies that we'll bring back with us. And that's that. The other great thing about getting everything into a carry-on is that our 5-year-old, let's expand. Put that down. Our 5-year-old can wheel this luggage around all by himself. It's really not very heavy at all. And it makes life a little bit easier. And when you're traveling with 2 kids, life's not always easy. So it's a good idea to take as little as possible. Remember, you can buy it there, and take a little stress out of the whole thing, okay? Okay, so that's it from Walter's World. Go and check us out, www.waltersworld.com.